you can nail that length and they play a good shot, you can say fair enough. That doesn't necessarily mean change every ball. I think Sam's Curran's variation, we talked before the game that slow balls are effective at this ground, but the length is the one that matters, and if it's slower or if it's pace on, if you can make them hit that off that length twice, then you say fair enough.
Well, the fine leg up, that's going to race away for 4, and the welcome boundary for India. 9 off the over, 120 for 3.
Yeah, just too straight on this occasion from Sam Curran. Shreyas is such a good player, he's not going to miss that. So used to the big shots, the sixes, but that's a conventional cricket shot. Using it, using the pace, taking a fine leg.
Well, pace on this occasion from Curran. Still a reasonable over, concedes. To go in the first innings. His projected score has come down in the last couple of overs to 186 from 191. Saqib Mahmood back into the attack. Say, there has been a bit of rain around so far today, mainly just drizzle. Players and umpires have stayed out there and played their part. What kind of an effect does that have on seam bowlers like Saqib coming back in?
Yeah, Saqib has a slow ball where he sort of grips it tight in the back of his hand and runs. It keeps his wrist stiff and sort of pulls back down the ball. That'll be a bit more difficult in conditions like this where it's a bit wet to sort of grip down the back of that ball. But you know, if it is a strength, it's something I would still encourage him to go to.
Let's go alongside the rain. There is a strong breeze here in Chester Street. I should imagine you've either bowled into at the start of your career and then more established bowl with, would you?
Yeah, as a young lad I was into it because I was streamline, as they used to say. I could cut through it, but then later in my career it was, oh, you've got to bowl with the wind, so maybe they're telling us I just need to put a bit of beef on. That was what they were trying to tell me.
Pulling rank, I think that's called. So bearing in mind the greasy surface in the outfield and the way India have played, they've accumulated runs and not necessarily gone crash bang one. The condition of the ball when you get it at this stage of the game as a fast bowler, does that encourage you then to bowl seam up more?
Yeah, with the weather and the live grass on the pitch, I'd certainly be trying seam. I mean, someone like Liam Plunkett, who we just mentioned, he was always cross seam at this ground and it worked because of the dimensions, but at this stage in the game I'd be trying to seam up.
His pace is in this over so far, 77 miles per hour, 83. He's stuck and gone back to heavy length. Staying with the same field, just conceded 3 from 3 balls. Legend would stick to what has worked so far. And in the air, Dawson taking. Smart catch going back. That short, fine leg. Saqib Mahmood was reintroduced in this phase of the game. Has had a big impact.
Great shot, more smart catch, but also smart bowling. Saqib Mahmood's got into the wicket of the right-hander to the left-hander. He's bowled 2 Yorkers in a row this time. Can't quite get the elevation over short fine leg. It's a good piece of bowling by Saqib Mahmood for England to get that wicket.
Yeah, good night for Saqib Mahmood. He gets his second. Tilak Varma for 13. India 124 for 4. Powerful, tall left-hander, Shivam Dubey comes in at number 6 for India. A player of spin, we'll see him with ball in hand later on. An improved player of pace bowling in the last 2 years or so. Very important stage of the game here. Seen a couple of shifts in momentum gone India's way recently, and now back with England. Changing fields. It off, comes back up, fine leg goes back. There is that line and length, Mark Wood.
Yeah, this has been a very smart over from Saqib Mahmood. He's mixed it up beautifully with the wicket ball. It's very full. Yorker length, can't quite get the elevation. Doors running back. A smart catch.
Sense to build in pressure. Last 30 balls, 33 for 1 Indian wear. So England just doing simple things and keeping the run rate down. And that elevated risk for India ends in a wicket.
Yeah, I think England been great in this period. Really swung the momentum back in their favour this part of the game.
Standing over from Saqib Mahmood, conceding 4 and taking a wicket.
Someone that's had injuries in and out of the team, but I certainly feel like he feels like he belongs.
Well, he'll be pleased with his work so far, as will England. 6 overs remaining. Dawson, he was at 9 for 16 so far, bowled in the power play. Dawson offers you all-round package from the power play, middle, and then towards the end. This is risk-reward, however, to the likes of Shivam Dubey, brilliant player of spin, albeit against Ireland, did get out to spin, so double-edged sword.
And Dawson is looking like he's coming over the wicket. You'd say normally in the queue of matchups that it would be around the wicket into the pads, but maybe it's something England have thought about. This could be a particular plan. So rolling back to the Saqib over, you can see he's gone into the wicket with that length to the right-hander, making him hit to the long side where England have got protection. Then to the left-hander, making him hit down the ground. The batter has to do something different, and that gets the wicket. Smart bit of bowling from Saqib Mahmood.
Well, again, crunched down the ground for a single by the Indian captain. Brings up his half-century. Accumulating nicely here is Shreyas Iyer. 38 deliveries, but he must feel his work is not done yet. Vastly experienced, taking a role as captaincy recently. With a huge amount of success and reputation built in the IPL as a leader. offside this time from Dubé. What do you feel as if now is the time to go for India?
Yeah, I almost feel like Shreyas has played that sort of knock where he's getting off strike to get Abhishek on strike or the next man on strike. Now he's trying to get Dubé, but I think he's now going to have to take ownership. He's the man that's in. He's had plenty of balls. He'll be looking to push on from now, project India.
Do.
The noise off the bat here, from even where we're sitting, hungry, rocket off his bat. Sort of those wrists and the whip that he gets through the ball. The ball sort of scoots away. Good effort from Cox, but the power on the shot, too much to handle.
Yeah, I think that's the most impressive thing about that particular shot. Through the offside, Dawson has given you no power to work with. So Shreyas has created and generated that himself to the longer side of the ground. Pretty standard field here for this stage of the game. 3 points in for Liam Dawson with nobody extra cover in the ring.
This feels like a big ball. Oaks.
Yeah, I think Dubé is coming. Dawson will either go slow and wide or straight back of him. Slower and wider. Jacob Bethel will scamper around and keep it to 2. 10 off the over. 5 overs to go. India poised. 35 for 4.
Remaining, and India are 135 for 4. Lots of options available to Harry Brook, given that he's used the 6 bowlers, and Luke Wood it will be. What have you made of it, DK, and what do you think your compatriots are looking for?
I believe India have gotten into a good position here. You can see, unlike playing in India, you can't hit every ball that you see off leg. There's always a bit of movement off the pitch, and also the fact that it's raining. I can promise you one thing, Shreyas Iyer will get into 6th gear right now and try and tonk as many as possible. You can see he played quite carefully at the start, wanted to make sure that he got to his 50. You'll see him unleash right now.
Shivam Dubé is a powerful player as well. He's very tall, he's got long levers. If you recall in the T20 World Cup, he would melt it over the leg side through mid-wicket. So there's a bit of power out in the middle right now.
If India bat well here, they're looking above 190, which would be quite a match-winning total, I think, on a pitch which is slightly dry, outfield big.
Just chipped for a single. Yeah, Mark Wood, our local expert, thought about 180 was par for the course here on this surface on a day like today. So anything above 190 you'd think would be well placed, or at least be competitive. Stadium up to your liking, DK?
I think that's a better question to Shreyas Iyer, who wasn't very fond of what he saw at Belfast.
Slower ball, but gotten away fine.
You wouldn't think when you saw it in real time that it went at such an angle. The slow one into his body, got nothing on it literally, but luckily for him, the square leg fielder very straight, and understandably so, because he likes hitting a ball, so they want to keep him in front. And that created the gap between short fine leg and deep square leg. What's the follow-up delivery going to be? Short fine leg and deep square leg. What's the follow-up delivery going to be? He's bowled the slow up upper. Is it going to be full? One that Shivam Dubey can go straight up and over?
Yeah, it was fuller, but he can only chip it down too long on for the single. And in these conditions, were you surprised with the balance of India's side today, bringing in Bishnoi and Chakravarti? I mean, it's a kind of coolish, rainyish day, isn't it?
It is. I think it just tells you that they've gone by pure statistics, what they've seen, and the score sheet will tell you. Par score here is 163 in internationals. Spin plays quite a big role. Much bigger side boundaries to work with.
Lovely shot. Over extra cover, into out. Beautiful shot. Over extra cover for 6. Powerful finish to the over 149 for 4. Fastest scoring side at the death over the last 3 years in T20 cricket. Most of the metrics, I imagine, point to India. They've been so good over the recent period. Now, a late introduction for Adil Rashid, who has bowled just 2 overs so far. Normally bowls his 4. He's one of England's bankers, really. But Harry Brook has held him off until late in the day this time.
It tells you that he trusts Adil Rashid and his experience more than the pacers at the moment, because Wood has an over, Shakib Mahmood has an over, and Sam Curran has 2, but still decides to go with the spinner here. Slow and wide, I think, at the start.
Precious dot ball.
Shivam Dubey known to take on the spinners here, and I'm sure he's played Adil Rashid a few times. And Adil Rashid's plan has been simple: full into the pad or slow and wide outside off.
Straight down the ground, hammered away by Shivam Dubey.
The crowd getting in as well. They're coming to watch the fireworks that the Indian batters can show us. Quite sedate at the start, but Abhishek Sharma started things off. Shreyas Iyer has picked it up. Shivam Dubey is now getting on with it.
Not easy this for Adil Rashid. The rain is coming down quite heavily now. Ball will just be skipping off the pitch. There's going to be precious little hold for him. You see he's trying to dry that ball as well in between. Googly. I think Shivam Dubey may have made his ground, actually. It was so slow and so wide.
To director, we've got an umpire review for stumping. I've checked the feet, it's fair delivery. Go to best side on, please. Ball is in the gloves. Just roll that back. Through, one more frame. I've got the back grounded. Beyond the line before the bells come off. Ready with my decision for the big screen.
It's not that Joss Buttler was slow, it's just that he had so far to go, really. It was slow and wide from Adil Rashid and a googly that beat the outside edge, and that just gave Buttler a way to go to get to the stumps. Will there be a repeat now from Rashid? A bit quicker this time, but just a single, he'll settle for that.
Shreyas Iyer, again, someone who likes to hit it down the ground, plays the slog sweep quite nicely as well. He back Adil Rashid to bowl on the stumps, and if he misses it, which could happen because of a wet ball and him not having control in the full ball, just pushing the deep square leg much straighter. Won't be surprised if he throws it nice and slow again outside off.
Adil Rashid, DK? Not. Has he never been picked up in the IPL or hasn't played precious little? Is it just that you've got so many spinners, therefore, you know, market forces dictate, or do India teams not rate him as highly as we do?
I do think India rates him quite highly because he's done well against India every time. It's just that very few spinners.
Pretty good over that. Settle for just that one boundary, albeit a 6, 158 for 4.
Very few spinners, unless you're a mystery spinner, as they call it, seem to be playing in the IPL as an overseas player. You can think of the likes of Adam Zampa, even they've played very little, so there's hardly been any spinners who's played. Pacers seem to be more accepted and liked by India because of probably the demand and supply kind of situation, but yes, Adil Rashid is one who's played very little. He's been part of our IPL teams now, Sunrisers, Punjab.
Well, he's been a wonderful spinner for a long period of time. He's bowled 3 overs for 25 tonight. See whether he bowls the 19th. I suspect he won't, but as I say, Harry Brooks got lots of options. Luke Wood's got an over left. Saqib Mahmood just about to start his 4th and last. Hammered away, but only as far as Jacob Bethel for a single.
That's the kind of delivery you want to put away because it's probably just a length ball. What they call slot. You want to be trying and bouncing on that. If it's a slow one into the pitch, you understand it probably sticks on you a little bit. The Yorkers there, that can be hard as well. But on length at the back end, you want to try and put it away. Shreyas Iyer will be targeting the straight boundaries, knowing that there could be some shot as well here.
It up leg side, that is a huge blow because this is not a small ground here in Durham. He just got across his stumps and helped it away leg side.
Shreyas Iyer almost ready for that slower bumper. Saqib Mahmood bowled that a couple of times the previous over, got away with it. He's now got it ready and he's lined up for it just in front of the boundary cushions there.
I thought it was 6 actually, but he's hit it to the absolute furthest point of the ground. So just a 4. Tried to get it fine. Will feel that he's missed out actually at the length. He could have easily flipped that over short fine leg.
Slightly short. Jordan Cox standing about 10 yards in front, way above them there. It's an important innings for Shreyas Iyer after taking up the captaincy. Obviously didn't have a great tour of Ireland with the bat or as a team either. Pressure on him. It was a bit prickly in the press conference as well. It's good to see him come out and let the bat do the talking here.
Twice he's mistimed it out to Bethel at deep mid-wicket. England, I think, will be content with how the last couple of overs have gone. Just the 1 boundary conceded by Rashid, 1 boundary conceded by Saqib so far. Rain continues to fall steadily. Summer in Durham, DK. Need much time to think about that. Shreyas Iyer looking to swing one away leg side. This is a full ball that looked very straight.
TV umpire to director, we've got a player review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've checked the feed, it's fair delivery. We can go to front on, please. there, so if we could go to alter edge, please. Okay, we've got a flat line as the ball passes the bat through to the pad. No bat involved. If we could go through to ball track, please. Original decision was out. Pitching in line, impact in line, and hitting the wickets. Graham, stay with your original decision.
It's about as straightforward a decision as Graham Lloyd will have to give. Shreyas Iyer wasn't hanging around the moment he saw the replay, didn't really wait for confirmation. He's almost off the pitch already. Harshit Rana coming to the middle with overs ticking away for India, but well played, Shreyas Iyer. The 7 conceded from the over. See if Saqib Mahmood can get out of it without any further damage. He does. One just comes back quite sharply. So a good over for Mahmood, and England 165 for 5, 2 remaining. To bowl the 19th, Shivam Dubey, the left-hander, on strike, so expect to see him bowling slowly and wide. Roll the odd googly, of course. Try and get back for a second, Shivam Dubey, and should do so.
Harshit Rana sent it ahead of Akshat Patel. You'd think that Akshat Patel has been a good batter over the years, but Harshit Rana being sent in because of how well he can hit the long ball, especially against the pacers. And all the more reason, a over like this, Shivam Dubey to try and take as much strike as possible. There's no point taking a single if it's there. Even a couple of sixes if he can hit in the next 5. Those are very crucial runs.
Swung away, leg side and long enough. Did well because there wasn't a lot of room to get that leverage to get it up and over.
A shot like this in India, you just stand and watch it sail over the boundary line. But in England, in Chesterley Street, the huge side boundaries, he hit it quite nicely. England have kept a very straight field. Jordan Cox had to do a lot of work to his left, but eventually he gave up. That's the first 6 for this over. Let's see if Shivam Dubey can get us another. That's what India will be thinking right now.
Shorter and quicker from Rashid this time. I think he'll be happy that Dubey has taken that single.
When I left my house this morning in London, it was nice and sunny.
You've got about 4 layers on.
There's no point. I need to tell my stylist, stop it. All the clothes that he's given me is for summer. It's raining and cold.
Yeah, excellent bowling. Smart work from Jos Buttler. It's the googly, and this time Buttler has more than enough time to whip the bails off.
Not good thinking from Shivam Dubey here. When he's got a 6 in the first 3 balls, he should have tried and probably taken strike for the rest of the over. He gave it back to Harshit Rana, who went for the big one. And completely missing that one. Looked more like a team player than somebody that India trusts with the bat.
For stumping, I've checked the thing, it's fair delivery. If we go to best side on, please. keep rolling through. Okay. And the batter's short of the ground when the bell's light up. Ready with my decision for the big screen.
Patel then at number 8. Feel as though England done pretty well since myself and DK came on to commentary, which was into the 15th over. We were looking at 190 plus then. They could still get there, India, but they'll need Shivam Dubey to take as much of the strike as possible.
The last of India's recognized batters coming in at number 8, known to take on the spinners very nicely. Used to play a much bigger role, just shot on confidence a little bit. But still, here is his opportunity. He doesn't need to think too much. Just see ball, hit ball kind of situation. Good work by Joss Butler. Sometimes keeping goes unrecognized in T20s, picking the googly, just waiting for it, didn't be in a hurry to get there. Finished it off quite clinically. Tell you what, Athas, when you're seeing the replay as a keeper, just hoping that the hands are behind the stumps, otherwise it's no ball.
Yeah, you can't get away with things these days. Pick up everything. And the timing there with Bethel and Jacks coming round, it split them absolutely beautifully. Boundary to end the 19th, 179 for 6. This final over. It'll be bowled by Sam Corran, who usually holds his nerve pretty well at the end of an innings.
He's going to bowl a lot of slow ones here. Slow ones, slow bumpers is what he's going to go for.
Shivam Dubey will be happy to be on strike now.
It's been a nice little knock from Shivam Dubey, third highest scorer so far, but most importantly, right from the get-go, he's been positive, he's hit a few boundaries and taken on his matchups quite nicely. He's taken full toll of the spinners. Haven't really timed the pacers yet, barring the 1-4 that he got of Luke Wood, but here is his chance. Left arm medium pacer. They've kept a wide Yorker field now. They've got short third man, point, and covers. Just 3 on the leg side, as you can see. Short square leg, deep mid wicket, and long on. One thing that Sam Curran does do is bluff, and Shivam Dubey should be aware of that. If he walks across, there's a good chance he'll bowl into the stump as well.
Toss. Joss Butler will take down, I was going to say, call for the catch, but he didn't get there in the end. It was almost as if he was dawdling, as if he thought he'd made the ground already, but in the end was at full stretch.
A bit of rain in the air. I don't know if that played a part, Joss Butler. the Yorker there. Shivam Dubey completely missing it. So did Josh Butler.
Slate grey sky at the moment. Maybe that white kookaburra coming out of a grey sky, not easy. Well, Shivam Dubey turning down the chance for second, rightly so, to get strike.
Just have a look at Butler here. On the move, right up to the end. Which tells you he hasn't judged the ball. Didn't have too much to move from where he stood at the start. Not in control. Slate grey skies. We got asked Josh Butler that, but he definitely dropped it. What's Sam Curran going to do? Is he going outside, off stump for the field he's set, or into the stumps? I reckon outside off this ball.
Into the pitch it goes, and out of the ground it goes.
He loves the bluff, Sam Curran. But he wasn't bluffing Shivam Dubey here. They were right up to task. Shorter one, no fielder at deep square leg or deep fine leg. Shivam Dubey had to get back to ball there, which he did quite nicely. Just the sound of it, crunch, and out it went.
I'm listening to you on commentary here, and you're talking about whether Curran will go into the pitch or whether he'll bowl a slower ball and wider. How do you balance that almost premeditation with keeping your instincts about you?
A lot of the times you look at the field and you have an idea as to what the bowler is going to do, but the key is understanding that if that's the ball he's going to bowl, I'm going to look to hit it there, but in case he reacts with something else, to be ready for that is very important. Like here you can see Shivam Dubey was looking to hit over the offside. The moment he saw it shot, he just went through with his arms.
So it's about having, you think what's coming and what you're going to do, but you have your options just in case.
Absolutely. You want your options, you're ready for it, but don't commit to it too early. Hold.
Crossing ball from Curran. Slower, wider, and just a single.
And this is the line that Sam Curran has set the field for. But so far he's bowled 3 balls to Shivam, 2 have been bluffs. Got away with 1, almost got the wicket of Shivam Dubey. The next one went for 6, but this one well executed.
Obviously some bowlers are more predictable than others, because right from the off there you said Curran likes to double bluff, so you'll have also in your mind the bowler that you're coming up against. You'll have done your homework and planned.
Absolutely, that's what middle order batters need to do, just to stay a step ahead of the bowlers.
It's going to be run out to the non-strikers end. It was all a bit of a mix-up at the end. It was a pretty good last over from Sam Curran. And India have finished on 189 for 7. We reckoned about 180 was par. They were looking at 190 for the last 5 overs. So England have just about held them in check. Should be a competitive score.
Utter confusion here. Thinking it was a wide delivery, let it go, and then didn't run because he knew Shivam Dubey had to cross him so that Shivam Dubey was safe. Eventually that happened, but sadly when Akshar Patel went to the other end, the umpire didn't give it a wide. And he was asking Shivam Dubey to refer it. That referee is only in IPL, not in international cricket. So the last wicket of the last ball, India managed to get 189. Akshar Patel walks back a little bemused, but sadly he's got to walk back.
Well, covers are coming on because it continues to rain quite steadily here, but no heavier than it has been really throughout this innings. So we'll wait and see whether the umpires call a restart. But India, well, they finished 189 for 7. Half centuries for Abhishek Sharma. And the captain, Shreyas Iyer. Looks a decent surface, but not necessarily straightforward for the fielders and bowlers with a wet ball. Ball skidding off the outfield and difficult to grip for the spinners such as Adil Rashid. Well, they opted to bat first, rather surprisingly, with the weather around. lost Sanju Samson and Ishan Kishan cheaply, and then that key partnership between Abhishek Sharma and Shreyas Iyer got things moving. Shivam Dubey provided the impetus at the end of the innings, 9 for 7.
And for the bowling, Luke Wood and Saqib Mahmood started it off. Saqib Mahmood finishing with 3 wickets, bowled quite nicely. Liam Dawson came in the power play, didn't get a wicket, bowled quite tight. Jackson Rashid going for runs. Sam Curran got the wicket of Abhishek Sharma. Overall, a very decent effort. They got to chase a big total here. 189.47 is what India got.
Halfway then in this first T20 international at Durham with a bit of rain falling. India 189 for 7 from their 20 overs. When we come back, we'll be watching Harry Brook and England's run chase.